I didn't want to wheeze him here. We just took a birthday bash Pop Fizz through his personal, sorry, base upgrades here. It's very late. I'm tired. And it's February now. But anyway, we took birthday bash through his base upgrades here. Did that because I prefer him over standard Big Bubble Pop Fizz aesthetically. So I wanted him to be the one to showcase that. Plus, by me getting to take standard Pop Fizz, Big Bubble Pop Fizz through that, we sort of got to outline and save a lot of time in the video. That would have been probably a 40-minute video. Luckily, by going through it ahead of time, understanding the upgrades, having them documented in the spreadsheet, we were able to just kind of go through, explain them, go over the damage numbers, and call it a day. So I've already taken Brass of the Beast with standard Big Bubble Pop Fizz. Not a horrible path if you're a fan of Beast Mode, if that was kind of like your MO or you loved it in Giants and you've been missing it. Nothing bad there, I can really say. There's a few things that are kind of quirky on it, but ultimate summation can't be made until we take Alchemic Maestro, and that's what we're gonna do now.
Any place that you go,
So
I can reach and bring you the magical
Alchemic
upgrades.
Maestro, master your potion creation station. Not quite sure how that makes sense, but it does flow nicely, so we'll run with it. Again, if you want to see Brass of the Beast, be sure to check that out. I'll have a link in the description. It'll also probably have been the previously released video. Or I might do this one first, who knows. So, Alchemic Maestro, that's what we want to take here with Birthday Bash Big Bubble Pop Fizz, which again, I prefer to refer to as Birthday Bash, or maybe even just Pop Fizz. You know, you can determine which one it is. But Alchemic Maestro should be good, and we'll see what goes down. Alright, so our first upgrade here is larger lungs for $13.60. Keep in mind, Tin Wing Sapphires, 20% discount. That is the maximum. So that's why my prices might be different than yours. Hold X to perform improved liquid attacks, depending on the current color. So, improved to me, what does that possibly mean? I hope it means damage, but we will find out here. At least on the bubbles, I hope it means damage. The rest of it, it can kind of, maybe duration would be more beneficial, but let's pick it up and see what we've got. Alright, we're going to back out of here so we can do a good job analyzing it. So once again, we're going to hold attack 1 to perform improved attacks. So right now, I like spamming it. That 28 to 42 has not changed. That's what we were beforehand. So let's face this way and just hold X. Okay, so obviously we can't. Is that going to pop? No. Alright, so we're going to have to release it. Let's do it here and see what happens. Let's, 25? What? That's lame. That's worse than what we have. What? Like, what's the point in that? Let me get right up here, and it better be like a 60 something. The 2842 is standard. Well, that's ridiculous. I'm never using that. Screw larger lungs on the blue. So larger lungs blue, it's, let's see, wait, Mississippi 2, there, wrong button. Like a 2-second charge time, so 2-second charge, and then it's 25 to 38. It doesn't seem to even last longer. Here's a regular bubble, which again is roughly like 4 hops, 5 seconds maybe, and it does 28 damage. So you get this huge bubble that you think would do like double, triple the damage, maybe even 4 times based on size. And 1, 2, 3. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see absolutely no reason to ever use that, ever, unless you just really want to, or you accidentally hold X down or something. The good news is maybe orange and green have changed, so there's orange, and again, what we're doing here, let's make sure it's changed already. We're doing 30 to 45, right? So the vomit, as I call it, 30 to 45. Let's hold Y. Whoops, I'm sorry. We're gonna hold X. Okay, this seems to be perpetual. You move incredibly slow, but at least the damage didn't go down. You know? I mean, we would have been better off with the same damage. The big bubble does less damage than the little bubbles that are spammable. So, this is not horrible, being able to, spam the shower of vomit. I really don't know what to call that. It kind of looks more like cream soda. I just have one with vomit for some reason, so that's okay. I mean, I'll take the perpetual. So orange equals perpetual spamming, or we'll just say perpetual, and 30 to 45. So green is going to be up next. This is going to be the big one, I think. Let's hope it's really good. So standard again, about 6 seconds, and we are doing, what was it, 14 to 21 damage. So let's hold it down and see what we get. Oh, no way. Oh, that's good. Okay, so that's not perpetual though. Let's get a duration time on this. About 8 seconds. The damage numbers don't go up, but it is what it is. So green, you can hold for 8 seconds. 360 firing 14 to 21. This is a mixed bag, just like we kind of had with Brass of the Beast. So blue, if you're a fan of like the bubbles like I am, like right here, this is what let me switch back. This is what I love about Big Bubble Pop Fizz or Birthday Bash Pop Fizz. 28 to 42 from a spammable bubble. It gives him incredible range he has never had. This right here sucks. It's pointless. It does nothing. I don't know why it's even a thing. If it lasted, like if a little bubble hopped 4 to 5 times, and this one hopped, 8 to 10 times, or a normal bubble is 28 to 42, and this one was 56 to 84, okay, but the damage is less. The duration and bounce seems the same, but the damage is less. That's not an improvement. It clearly states, hold attack 1 to perform improved liquid attacks depending on the current. Because that is in no way, shape, or form an improvement. It is a downgrade. And I am pretty ticked about it because I loved the bubble. And I got nothing from that. So the orange thing, yeah, I've not been a fan of. I like orange, as a color, but like here with Big Bubble Pop Fizz, not so much. It's been a disappointment. I expect the least from it, so it's kind of a pleasant surprise. The good news is the damage is the same, and there was an increase in the time frame. So previously, if we fire it off, we'll cycle over here, and we'll just, that's what we had, right? It's 30 to 45. Now you can hold it, and it's perpetual, and you can move, but very, very slowly. So no increase in damage, but it's perpetual, so I'll accept it. Cycle over to green. Again, you kind of get like the acid puddle with the lingering 14 to 21. This right here, I don't know that it's like super practical, but it's very cool, so I guess I'm the happiest with it. I'll take the orange change, but the blue was a clear downgrade. There's no way to look at that and frame it as an improvement without being crazy. It's a downgrade, and the blue is my favorite. So here it is, though. We'll just for good measure. Bad. That's cool. You got to admit that's pretty cool. You get 8 seconds of 360 degrees, no damage increase, but hey, it's pretty neat. So larger lungs, green, scores in A. Orange would score like a C, just because it's perpetual. And then blue gets an F for fail because it's a downgrade. D for downgrade, F for fail. Either one of those letters are appropriate for it. So let's hope
Hello,
that the rest of this
extremely
makes
once
up.
again. So happy to dance
For
with
science
you,
is up
even
next,
in this time of
1760.
great turmoil and
Hold
danger.
Y while in normal form to constantly spew liquids that damage enemies in the nearby area. So I don't know how this will interact, if it's going to just cycle through the liquids, if the liquids do different damage numbers. If we start in blue and hold Y, if it cycles to orange, if it'll stay on blue. So let's get to blue real quick. Come on, there's blue. Alright, sometimes it does that. That's very strange. Alright, so we're going to hold Y here. And it's going to spew liquids. Okay, this is... We can't move like laterally forward or back, side to side, but you can rotate. Although he seems to fire kind of at random 360, but if you like turn, you can kind of dictate it a little bit better. But 24 to 36, that's actually kind of cool. I'm thinking it's going to be purple every time. So we should now, when we press Y to hold it down, we should go from orange to green, and I'm assuming it'll be purple again. Yeah, 24 to 36. Now we should press it, it'll go from green to blue, and we should spew purple. Yeah. This would be pretty amazing if we could walk, but it's not horrible as it is. It's kind of cool actually. If you're a fan of purple, this is a home run, essentially. It looks really neat though. This and the green, the acid bombs that we got on the previous upgrade, they're pretty cool. For science, we get 24 to 36. Perpetually. Excellent. Alright, so follow the formula will be next. It's our final upgrade.
Are you ready for a new magical upgrade?
Ding. So 2400 is the price. Mixture modifier gains additional effects depending upon the liquid color. So mixture modifier was our very first base upgrade. Press Y to cause a chemical reaction and transform the color and effects of liquid attacks. So let's see what we get here. I can't believe that big bubble does less damage. You know? I want to do it again just to make sure like they don't fix it. No. What's the point in that? Does it pick up an enemy maybe? That's the only thing I can think. I don't know why I didn't think of that until now. If this doesn't pick up an enemy...
Welcome back to the battle circle, Skylander. You ready to do some serious training?
Oh, it's pretty cool. Okay. Redemption is served. I know all you people, some of you have probably already typed, they want a wisdom. It'll pick up an enemy in a bubble. Can't believe you didn't know that, dummy. Well, have patience. This is why you don't comment until the video is over. Because now, if you left and you got that smug look on your face like, ha, I know something he doesn't know, and I corrected someone on the internet, so I'll sleep good tonight. Well, you're gonna look like an idiot, because somebody's gonna come in there and gonna be like, he says that later in the video, stupid.
Boomsticks.
So, okay, that's cool.
Session.
That's cool. This is why I guess we should check this stuff. Let's actually, while we're here, I just wanted to do this. Okay, no, we're done for now. Okay, so the bubble picks stuff up. That's okay. I don't know why. I guess because it's so freaking late. I'm very tired. Anyway, so we need to check out follow the formula now. Mixture modifier gains additional effects depending upon the liquid color. Alright, so let's cycle to and we're just that's all it does. We're doing the same damage there. 5. I don't really know what this does. Mixture modifier gains additional effects depending on the liquid color. Mixture modifier, press Y, cause a chemical reaction, and transform the color and effects of liquid attacks. What does this do exactly? Like, all I can figure is if we just right here point blank, that sort of just does that, and then that shoots that. But we were always getting damage. I don't know if it was color coordinated, but we always had like a 5 to 8. I don't really think that does anything, to be honest with you. Like, nothing.
Show me what you got, Skylander.
So, press Y. Let him stand up. Press Y. Okay, so that's like maybe a milky residue. Kind of soak him up. So the bubble knocks him up. The milk stuff makes him slip. Maybe it's oil. I don't know. And then the green poisons him. So up you go. Slip. Poison. Up. Out. That, that's all I know to put here, so cycle to blue would equal knock up, orange equals knock down, I guess we could say, and green equals poison, all 5 to 8. That's really all I see that's different. And again, the sad thing is I feel like we were doing that not with the color coordination, but I mean anytime I would cycle the colors like right there, we didn't used to spit the vomit or oil, we didn't do the poison cloud, and we didn't do the bubble up, but we still got damage that came from that, so I don't know. This path is not really a great upgrade path. Like, it hasn't offered a whole lot. Force Science is pretty cool. Larger lungs with the green is nice. The perpetual with the orange is okay. And again, that does pick things up, so that's kind of a neat deal.
Hello, Extremely.
Overall,
once
man,
again.
if
So happy
I'll
to
be
dance
honest with you, I think what I'm
even
having
in this
trouble
time of
escaping.
great
I do
turmoil
think
and
the bigger
danger.
bubble should have done more damage too. 2538 is less than the little bubble. It makes no sense. But in all honesty, if somewhere in these 3 upgrades my bubbles would have gone from 28 to 42 to 30 to 45 to 32 to 48, 35, 53, 36, 50, whatever, if I would have gotten an increase on the damage of the bubbles, I think I would have been fine. As is, I'm kind of not really neither of these paths I feel like were as good as they should have been, like I'm not expecting them to be OP or anything, but I feel like just little basic things might have kind of been missed on them, and that makes them feel sort of like rushed or lackluster, sort of like a bad, like you would come in and be like, wow, I kind of hated him, and then I played as him and I liked the bubble and look at the increased range, and then these base upgrades kind of open the door for a lot, and then you take the pass and it's like everything was left on the table. It's like if you're on a sports team and you like put this package deal together to get like the best player in the league, and you're not really giving up much, like just future draft picks from way later rounds and should have been accepted to get the caliber of player that you're receiving, and then you don't make the trade, it's like you could have been great now, but instead you're not, and the future is still unknown, you know, type of a thing. So I don't know. You know, there's often times where a character won't be that good box stock, and you take the base upgrade, you're like, yeah, it's not that great. Then you take a path, and you're like, oh man, this is fantastic. This is a deal where it's like, oh, what have they done to Pop Fizz? And it's like, you know, these bubbles are pretty cool. And so the bubbles are kind of what won me over. And they got an increase with Know Your Bases. They went from the 2030 to the 2842, but never again have they been increased damage-wise. Like, picking enemies up is neat. Doing less damage is unacceptable because it's a bubble that's like 4 to 5 times the diameter. But the main thing is like, where is my increase to the base primary, the first ever attack? You know, it went 20 to 30, 28, 42, and then nothing. And to me, I was really like most enthusiastic about the bubble. But there is some neat and unique stuff here, but I feel like there was never an instance where the duration and the damage went up, where, you know, it was a win-win. It's kind of like a, well, you know, the damage went down, but it can pick stuff up. The orange is perpetual now, but the damage stayed the same. The green's kind of cool, but the damage is the same. For science, looks neat, but we can't move. Follow the formula, it's like pointless. I mean, we were doing that damage when we cycled through anyway, and now it just has like a color effect. Now, had we not have had the damage and we got the color effect plus 5 to 8, however minuscule that may be, it would have been more acceptable. But I'll pull out standard Pop Fizz here in a second, and I'll test that, make sure I'm not crazy at 3, 4 in the morning. But we do have one thing here left, it's Spiked Punch. And this is another slap in the face, and I'll tell you why. While in Beast Mode, hold and release Y to pound the ground and knock all enemies in the area up. This is neat. It's cool. I enjoy it. I think it's fun. I've experienced it with the brass of the Beast Path. But the catch is, we just took Alchemic Maestro, right? Nothing on this path is tailored to Beast Mode. Not a single thing. And yet, in order to use the Soul Gem, we've got to be in Beast Mode. You know? So it's almost like they're telling you to take Brass of the Beast. I don't know. I was so excited. Like, Pop Fizz had really, really grown on me because I was using the bubbles all the time and just thinking they were the greatest things in sliced bread. And wow, if they get up to 36 to 40 on Alchemic Maestro, it'll be insane. And that didn't happen, but then the stuff that happened, like, it all left something on the table, you know? It's like you go to practice baseball, and, you know, it's, you pick up a new pitch or something, it's like, wow, you can throw a sweet changeup with that fastball you had box stock. But then you never practice fielding, and you never practice batting, and it's like, what was the point? You can't win, you know, if you can't hit the dang ball. So I don't know. There's all kinds of scenarios you can come up with, but the sad thing here is if we hold attack 1, we do this. And in order to do the Soul Gem, you gotta be in Beast Mode, and we've got nothing going at all in Beast Mode. Past genetic engineering and then the 10-second deal. What the Soul Gem is, it's pretty cool, and it matches sort of what we had with for Science with the purple. But what I'll do is we'll just come up here to Agreeable and showcase it to you. It's just kind of a shame that it's like tied into being in Beast Mode. When you take out
Just pull that lever to get started with your training.
Check this out. Pretty cool. Boom, and then the 10 to 15 up there. So what this does, it's going to come in, you're going to do 3 seconds to charge it. Let's make sure that's the same here. Yes, and then you come down, when you impact the ground, 45 to 68, kind of a splash radius, and then 10 to 15, 5 times, and it sends enemies into the air. So very cool, it's just, like I said, kind of a shame it's tied in there. So,
Boomstick!
I don't know, man. I don't know. I kind of feel like I did when I first saw Big Bubble Pop Fizz. Now I was disappointed in the figure. You know? Like, and then it was like, oh man, these bubbles are great. And then Birthday Bash came out, and it was like, oh, he looks way better. That totally makes up for it. I can't wait to take him down the bubble path. And now I just feel like the bubble path has disappointed me, you know? Because all I really wanted, I'll be honest with you, what I plan to do with Birthday Bash Pop Fizz, and probably, in all honesty, even just standard Big Bubble, is this, because I love it. It's spammable. This is like a trigger happy quality, right? And that's basically what you are. You're trigger happy. 2842 is not horrible, but box stock 20, base upgrades 28. Where's my like bump up here? You know, it's just I don't know. I just don't know. I guess the best summation for Birthday Bash and Big Bubble Pop Fizz is the bubbles are great. In my opinion, they add range to him that he didn't have. He has a spammable attack now. Totally changes the dynamic of Pop Fizz as you used to know him. Seemed promising through the base upgrades, but both paths, I'll be honest, have disappointed me. Both of them have just set something up that I thought was gonna like climax and be great, and then it just sort of like plateaued and, you know, baseline. It just went down. And it's, I don't know. Maybe I was too excited about it, you know, and had high. I'm not sure, but the paths are decent, but they're certainly nothing that I would, you know, be thrilled about. It's not like, wow, you know, he just became super OP, or man, he went from like, you know, mid tier to top tier. It's just kind of like, yeah, you know. The way I'm going to use them, there's really not much difference here, because this is probably what I'm going to do with it, and the paths don't really do much for me. So he's got some cool stuff. The aesthetics of the upgrades and attacks are kind of neat, but just that like failure to put together the complete package, really. You know, like you'll get the damage will go up, but not enough, and then the duration didn't go up at all. Or something. I don't know. It seems like it was a rush deal. You know, like somebody had some really great ideas for this stuff, and then it was like, oh man, you know, I spent too much time on Thrillipede or something, which I don't even know. We don't have him yet, but I don't know. I've kind of got like a bad taste in my mouth now, and that's sad because I was very excited to upgrade him, primarily again because of this. You know, so, basically what I can tell you here with Pop Fizz, whether you get Birthday Bash, both of them, whatever format you come up with, if you're sick of Beast Mode, go with Alchemic Maestro. If you love Beast Mode, go with Brass of the Beast. You're not really missing. Either way, there's no like clear definitive favorite here. This is a deal where if the incredibly pointless, in my opinion, follow the formula, if that would have been plus 15 armor or plus 10 speed, I would automatically say that's the better path. It just really, I mean, if you like the bubbles, you know, if you like the idea of dealing with potions out of the tuba or whatever, I still don't know what to call that. But if you like the potions, take Alchemic Maestro. And then if you prefer Beast Mode, Brass the Beast. That's really all there is to it. I have no reason to go one or the other. The only thing I can say is if you're a big fan of the Soul Gem, much, much easier and much more likely to be executed if you do in fact take Brass of the Beast. That's sort of the one pro and the one con that separates these two, you know, on the plus-minus side. Otherwise, it'd be like 50-50 with whatever you prefer. So yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. Kind of like I said, disappointed, I guess. So what I want to do, though, is I'm going to pull Birthday Bash just to check this. We're going to throw down standard.
The motion of the potion!
Now, let's see what we got. What I want to do here, I'm going to... Alright, check this out. So, we are blue. I press Y, and note that there's kind of like junk that comes out, right? when we come up here and do that, we should have 5 to 8. And we do. And so, the only thing that Follow the Formula does is right now, the 5 to 8 would have the poison effect. That would send something airborne for a minute second. And that would cause something to fall. And you don't get any additional damage from it, seemingly. So, I don't know. In all honesty, like I said, even though this guy is set up like this, I am probably, this is again my beast mode guy, I'm probably going to use the bubbles, because I like them, I'm happy with them, I think they're cool, they're fun, they're spammable, they do decent damage, and it's just a shame that the guy right here that went down, Brass of the Beast, does the exact same damage with the bubbles as I do with the guy that we took down, Alchemic Maestro. I think that's really where I'm the most salty and lost on it. So, that said, I will quit rambling. I do think I'll enjoy using the bubbles with both of these Pop Fizzes. It's just, it's kind of a bummer that they're both 2842, and then the Soul Gem is kind of locked to being more beneficial if you have Brass of the Beast. So, it does some cool stuff on both paths. There's some neat aesthetics. I think it's kind of fun and quirky, but to me, the highlight of him and what I grew to love as I gathered the money for these upgrades was just simply this. And the fact that it kind of saw its pinnacle with the, you know, base upgrade was sort of a disappointment to me that I don't think I'm going to get over for a while. So, that said, this was Birthday Bash, Big Bubble Pop Fizz. Took him down Alchemic Maestro right here on the portal now. We've got standard Big Bubble Pop Fizz that we took down Brass of the Beast. Let me know your thoughts. Am I being too harsh here? Am I being too mean to him? Do you feel the same way? Were you just like kind of, oh, this is going to be good, and then you're just, oh, well, you know, it's not like he sucks. But I feel like there was like an incredible amount of untapped potential, you know, type of a deal. So it's like you go to a restaurant and it's got great atmosphere and the waitstaff's nice and the food in the picture looks amazing, and it comes out on your plate and it looks amazing, and you taste it and it's like, you know, this isn't quite as good as Taco Bell, but it costs a lot more, you know. And all of a sudden you wish you'd have just stayed in your car, gone to the drive-thru, and had an extra $10 in your pocket, type of a deal. So, I don't know. Every once in a while I come across an upgrade scenario like this, and most of the time the other path fixes it. But with these, I don't feel like either path really suits my playstyle well, you know. So, I don't know. Again, let me know your thoughts. WannaWeasem.com, SkylanderClub.com. Birthday Bash, I do still definitively believe looks better than Big Bubble Pop Fizz. I've got a poll on the Skylander Club forum. If you agree with me, cast your vote there in favor of Birthday Bash. If you think I'm crazy and Birthday Bash is hideous, you need to go vote for Big Bubble Pop Fizz. But again, let me know your thoughts on these upgrade paths, which path you took and why. If you've taken both of them, which one do you prefer and why? If you don't have either one of these Pop Fizzes, are you planning on picking them up? If so, why? If not, why? I don't know. I love this, and the fact that we just never really did much with that is kind of disappointing to me. So anyway, I'll probably still have fun with him just doing that, but it's a shame because I kind of basically had that box stock. You know, we just went 20 to 28. But I will quit rambling. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. Let me know your thoughts there with the controller. It's late. I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed. Oh, I hope we didn't pull a trigger. But it's 4 in the morning. I'm calling it a night. Thanks so much for watching. SkylanderClub.com. Sign up. We'd love to have you on the forum. I'll catch you back for more Skylanders research.